Things I wish I knew before 25. I'm 27 years old, and here's what I learned in the last 27 years. Here's some big sis advice. I wish I had someone who could tell me all these things. Lesson number one: the quality of your life depends on the quality of your relationships. I'm the biggest advocate of this lesson. Interpersonal relationships are everything. Even if you reflect back, you'll find out how the happiest and the saddest moments of your life were just because of your interpersonal relationships. Lesson number two: do not let your center of gravity be outside of yourself. We are human beings and we thrive on relationships. We love the people around us, be it our family, our friends, our partner, but never let them dictate your life. Lesson number three: the most important relationship in life is the relationship you develop with yourself. Parents are important, family is important, friends are important, partners are important, siblings are important. But above all, you are important. In most of the cases, the hierarchy is family, partner, friends, then somewhere down the line, you find yourself. Just change that order, prioritize yourself. Lesson number four: whenever you feel disappointed in life, maybe you failed an exam, maybe someone got a job you wanted, maybe the guy you like doesn't like you back, just pause, reflect, and think everything is gonna end. Eventually, it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. So, whatever few years are left, just enjoy. Stop complaining. Life is too short. Lesson number five: no one is busier than a person who is not interested in you. We all have those friends and partners and family members and cousins who are like, time nahi tha, I was so busy, I was doing this, I was doing that, I was busy closing the door of my fridge, I was busy breathing. Yap, yap, yap. Just tell them to cut the crap and just chipkowify this quote on them. I mean, look at Virat Kohli. He just won the cup and he was on a video call with his children and wife. I mean, everything is an excuse, okay? Lesson number six: your love makes people special. Stop putting people on a pedestal, especially you. You girls, stop doing that. You are special, and your love makes other people special. Do not make other people so special that you turn yourself into a doormat for them. Lesson number seven: never be afraid of making your own culture. I'm sure you must have read about it, you must have heard it, you must have watched it zillions of times. That the change starts with you. But with this generation, I've seen they're so reluctant to bring that change. Say, for example, you feel like you want to date someone, but the dating world out there is just so messed up, and we all know that. Everyone's like, we'll start off with something casual or a situationship or benching or breadcrumbing. I don't know what all terms exist. But if you feel like it's not for you, you do not have to give in. Know your needs, prioritize them, and eliminate anything that doesn't match that standard. And that's how you create your own culture. You just start off by saying no. And that is extremely powerful. Lesson number eight: regret a failure rather than a what if. I feel it's self explanatory. If you feel like trying something, just try it. But the regret of what if is so heavy. Just do it. You've one life. I don't know how old you are. You don't have much time left. Lesson number nine: live a life that you'll remember. And you'll never remember a life that you lived doing all the right things. Trust me. A, you cannot be right in everyone's eyes. B, it's okay to disappoint others as long as you're not disappointing yourself. So take that risk, make that mistake, own it. Lesson number 10: the only person who will work the way you want is you. Stop expecting your children to do things in a particular way or your parents to do things in a particular way. The only person who will walk according to you is you, and you are not doing that, and you're quite aware about it. So stop getting disappointed by other people because they are not working or behaving a certain way. Have that expectation from yourself and stop disappointing yourself. Lesson number 11: not everything is about you, so stop taking things personally. The person that ghosted you, maybe something's going in their head, maybe they're not doing well mentally, maybe it's not about you. Maybe your mom lashed out on you yesterday because she was under pressure. She didn't get any time to breathe and you just happened to be there. That's why you ended up having a fight. Stop taking things so personally. Maybe it's not about you. Lesson number 12. Do not let anyone else be the main character of your life. The person who broke your heart, the person who cheated on you, the person who couldn't be the greatest friend, someone who's back bitching about you is not that important. Do not make someone else the main character of your life. Act like one. You are the center of your universe. Do not let the other person who left you, who broke your heart, who doesn't care about you be the sun, and stop being that planet that revolves around it. Lesson number 13. Expectations are the thief of happiness. Now everyone's gonna say, oh, it's so easy to say don't have expectations and this and that. Stop it. Like, we obviously will have expectations from the people we love, right? But wait, what all expectations do you have from yourself? I'm sure they're much less than the expectations you have from others. So why do you love others more than yourself? Don't put pressure of your expectations on others. Expect from yourself and stop disappointing yourself. Lesson number 14. Do not put money into something you do not need to impress people you don't like. Did it ring a bell? Start saving your money and start investing. Lesson number 15. You are your own home. Stop right there if you're looking for a soulmate, someone who's gonna complete you, someone who'll feel home to you. Be your own home. Love people around you, spread love. Express your feelings towards your family, friends, siblings, partner. But still, be your own other half, be your own soulmate. Lesson number 17. The money you earn, the job you do, doesn't define your self worth. And do not let anyone around you define your self worth around these aspects. You are more than your job, you are more than the money you earn. There's so much more to you. Do not intermix the two. Lesson number 18. It's your life story, so it should be your timeline. There is no defined timeline for anything to do in life. Your parents, relatives, family, friends are gonna say 25 is the age to get the right job, then 28 is the right age to get married, 30 is the right age to be a mother. Good for them. You do not have to follow their timeline. It's your story, it should be your timeline. Whenever you feel comfortable, whatever is your pace, do not fall for this peer pressure. जब तक यहाँ से ना निकले, just don't do it. Lesson number 19. This might be a bit controversial, but you don't have to be extraordinary. This idea of living an extraordinary life is so rooted in us that the idea of living an ordinary life sounds so alien. And let's be honest, that ordinary life is so extraordinary at this point because everyone is so busy with that hustle. That peaceful and minimal life is so extraordinary. So own being ordinary because that in itself is so extraordinary. Lesson number 20. The problem of the people you love is not your problem. Stop associating everyone you love with yourself. They have their own life, you have your own life. The best you can do is be there for them whenever they need you. Also, give them the space and the freedom to solve their own problems. This is especially for parents and children because parents tend to make their children's problem their own and the other way around. I've done this all my life. Whenever I would see my parents going through a problem, I would be like, oh, it's my problem. But then I was a kid, I could not do anything. What I could do was take pressure, and that was not serving me in any way. So if you're doing it, if you're making a friend's problem your own, stop doing that. Just be there for them because that's the best you can do. It's their life, they'll have to take the action, and you can just be the spectator and the supporter. Lesson number 21. Start paying attention on your health. Feed your body right, move your body right, stop slouching, sit upright. You can be atheist all you want, but this body is a temple, so worship it. Stop abusing it and just treat it well. Set an example for others. If you treat yourself well, others are going to treat you well. Lesson number 22. The importance of a routine. Let's be honest, महीने में 2-3 बार से ज़्यादा आप मोटिवेटेड फील नहीं कर सकते हो. बट यू कांट जस्ट वर्क फॉर like 2-3 days a month, right? You have to work every day. And you can't be motivated every day. So at that time, what comes to your rescue is a good routine. Lesson number 23. Friendships. Especially for my girlies, it's so important to have a close set of friends. Even if you have one, you need to have girlfriends in life. Men are gonna come and go, your family is gonna disappoint you, but your girlies are gonna stick by your side. I am nothing without my girlfriends. I have an extremely close group of friends. I love them, they love me, we are always there for each other, and they are such an important part of my life. So start investing in friendships. Friends who will be your biggest cheerleaders. Lesson number 24. Start your day with being grateful for all the things you have. Whenever you feel bad, whenever you feel anxious, all you have to do is start counting the things you are grateful for. Start with the smallest of things. You should be grateful that you get to live this day. You should be grateful for the clean air you're breathing, for the clean water you're drinking, for the food, for the roof on your head, for the clothes you get to wear, for your lifestyle, and there's so many things. Being grateful for things is you setting yourself in a positive loop, and that is very important. Lesson number 25. Be self-aware. Investigate why you become so defensive in certain situations. Just know yourself. If you're unable to do it on your own, there are so many podcasts out there. There's so many books. And if that's not working, then there's therapy. Most of the people associate the term health with just the physical health and not the mental health. But mental health and physical health are so connected. If you're having some mental issues, you might end up having weird pain in your body, which is traveling, and then there's thyroid and there's migraine. Most of the things are associated with your mental health. Lesson number 26. Read. Read as much as you can. Reading will change your life. For good, obviously. I feel so bad that I didn't read as many books earlier in my life. I lost so much time, but I absolutely love reading. If you are not someone who likes to read, start slow. Start with 1 page a day, then 2 pages a day. But trust me, books are gonna change your life. And especially if you don't have a best friend, if you don't have a girl gang, start with books. They're gonna be your bestest friends. And lesson number 27. Live in the present, absorb everything you do. You do not have to multitask. Do one thing at a time, give it your full attention, be in the present, stop living in the past or the future. The past is gone, so move on. And the future, no one knows about it. You don't know what's gonna happen. So what you are in control of is now. So live it. Just focus on your breath, inhale, exhale, and live in the moment. So those were my 27 lessons I've learned in my life. If you liked it, do let me know in the comment section. And tell me one biggest lesson you have learned till now. See you on Saturday. Till then, take care, be kind, and start with yourself.